Hi everyone, my name is Hannah and I'm the adult fitness member who will be leading you through a quick 20-25 minute warm up today. So first off, we're just going to get started and we're going to do a quick deltoid stretch, and we're also going to stretch our calves. So we're just going to go up on our toes and we're just going to bring our arm across our body and cradle it with our other arm. We're going to be feeling the stretch right here in our deltoids. Let's go ahead and switch other arms, still doing our calf raises. And we're just going to keep holding them until we feel the stretch, as I said right here, and we're just cradling our arm. Next up, we're going to go and we're going to start marching in place. And we're going to take our arms and we're going to put them into a bit of a W. And we're just going to be bringing them back, looking like this. So we're going to bring our arms back, bring our shoulder blades together, and then bring them forward, really arching, really curling our back. So we're just going to go back and forth, just like this. Now let's go ahead and we're going to hold this next one. So let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back, forward, and this next one we're going to hold back. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let's go ahead and we're going to be stepping side to side, and we're going to be doing some bicep curls. Our biceps are going to be this muscle right here in the front, so we're just going to be strengthening them. And if you have weights at home, feel free to add about 3 to 5 pounds, nothing too strenuous. Now let's go ahead and add in a hamstring curl. Hamstrings are the muscles above our knee in the back, so we're going to be strengthening those right now too. Now let's do about 5 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're now going to be marching in place. We're going to be doing some knees to elbows. So we're going to be taking our knee and we're going to be hitting our alternate elbow. So let's do 5 on this side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's do a couple alternating, just like this. Feel free to put a jump into it, just like this, if you're looking for some cardio. But if not, now let's go ahead and do 2. 1 and 2. This is going to be a bit of a balance exercise, really trying to make sure you're staying up on that one foot. Now let's do 1 more. All right, and let's march in place. Let's take a deep breath. We're now going to start moving down to the ground. So let's go ahead and slowly work our way down to our toes. We really want to just bend over. Let's start to bend our knees a bit. And let's walk out into our downward dog. Now for this exercise, you want to make sure that your back stays straight. So if you need to, feel free to bend your legs, bend your knees a bit. And we're just going to hold this. Now let's all take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do about 10 more seconds. Feel free to pedal your feet. Really stretch those calves and our hamstrings. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and bring our knees to the floor. And we're just going to sit back on our feet and go into child's pose. So we're first going to be stretching right in front of us, keeping our head in a neutral position. And we're going to slowly walk our fingers towards the right. Now we're not moving our neck or our shoulders. We're just going to be moving our arms so that we're stretching our obliques, the muscles on the side of our ribs. And let's hold that stretch for 3, 2, and 1. And let's walk our fingers to the other side, our left side. And we're going to hold that stretch again for 10 seconds. Really making sure you're reaching as far forward as you can. And we're now going to walk our fingers back to the center. And we're going to put our hands together so that our palms are touching, elbows are still on the ground. And we're going to bring our hand close to our head. So we're going to be bending at the elbow. And this stretch is going to be stretching our triceps. So our triceps are the muscles on the back of our arms. So we're going to be stretching those for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're now going to go into a quick tricep push-up. Now, for those of you that feel comfortable with doing a tricep push-up, feel free to go on your toes. If you're not as experienced with tricep push-ups, feel free to complete them on your knees. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going down just like this and back up. Now, because my triceps aren't as strong, I'm going to be slowly lowering myself to the ground and then pushing my body back up, making sure that my back is staying straight and that I'm really using my triceps and my core to keep my body stabilized. Now let's do 4 more of these. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're now going to transition. We're going to go lay on our side, and we're just going to do a quick round of leg raises. So let's get 15 leg raises. We're going to be keeping our body straight. I like to hold my head with my hand, and we're just going to lift our legs up, and we're really going to feel this in our quads and in our glutes. So let's get 15 in. I'm at 12, 10, and after we complete these, we're going to do a quick quad stretch, and then we'll repeat this on the other side. So let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let's go into that quad stretch. We're going to be staying on our side, grabbing our ankle. And if you have trouble grabbing your ankle, you can always use a towel. That way you don't have to reach as far down. But let's go ahead and hold this stretch. Now this is going to be for our quads. So the muscles all right here, we'll be stretching them. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to sit up and we're going to rotate so we can get our other side. And let's do 15 again on this side. Now, another way to do this exercise is to use a TheraBand. And so a lot of people will like to put it right above their ankles. And this will just add some extra resistance and make this exercise extra hard. All right, let's go ahead and do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to go and transition into that quad stretch. So we'll be holding our ankle. Again, if you need to use a towel, always feel free to do that. And we're just going to hold this stretch for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everyone, now let's move to our backs. We're going to be bringing our knees up, body laying on the ground. Feel free to throw a pillow under your head if you would like. But we're going to go ahead and do some pelvic raises, also known as glute bridges. So we're going to be keeping our hands on the floor. We're going to be tightening our core, and we're just going to be lifting our pelvis off the ground. And we're just going to lower it. Remember, before you bring your hips up, you want to make sure that your core is tightened. You're bringing your navel up and tightening it, and making sure that it's a controlled raise and a controlled lower. Now let's do 5 more of these. Feel free to complete these at your own pace. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now if you ever complete these exercises in the future, you can always lift up and pick a leg up. And this will just make this workout extra hard. Now we're going to go into our penguin stretch. So this is going to be working our obliques and our core. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be keeping our fingers stretched out in front of us. And we're just going to rotate. We're just going to lean to one side. and really push our fingers towards our ankles or towards our heel. Now I like to pick my head up, but with this exercise you want to make sure that you're not straining your neck. And we're just going to complete 10 on each side. Now to make this exercise a little harder, feel free to pick your hands up off the ground. If not, keep your hands and just slide them along the mat you're on. Remember to keep breathing during this exercise. You want to make sure that your oxygen is being circulated throughout your body. So let's do 3 more. And then we'll transition into our next exercise. All right, everyone lay down. We're going to take some deep breaths. Remember, in through our nose and out through our mouth. We're now going to work on opening and closing the gates. So this is going to be a stretch for our abductors and our adductors at our hips. So we're going to be picking one knee up, grabbing that knee, and we're just going to be opening it up to this side. So I call this opening the gate. And we're just going to hold this stretch for about 3, 2, and 1. We're just going to bring it back to center, and we're going to do the same thing with our left leg, picking it up and guiding our knee out, just like so. And again, we'll hold this for 3, 2, and 1. This next exercise, we're going to be working our adductors. So we're going to be taking our knee, and instead of opening, we're going to be closing. So we're going to cross over and stretch just like this. Now your knee does not have to touch the ground. In fact, mine isn't, because you know you've gone too far if your shoulders are being pulled off of the ground. So we're going to do this with our other leg, making sure that our leg is rotating, but our shoulders are staying on the ground. One way to help with this exercise is I like to look the opposite direction that my knee is going. All right, and let's go ahead and do one more round of each. So we're going to be opening the gate with our right leg, guiding with our hand, and we're just going to let that rest for about 3, 2, and 1, back to center and down. And let's go up with our left leg, doing the same thing, and we're just going to let that sit for 3, 2, and 1. Now taking our left leg, we're going to switch hands, and we're just going to guide it across our body, looking the opposite direction, making sure that our shoulders are staying on the ground. And let's hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, and let's repeat this one last time with our right leg. And let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. We're now going to sit up, and we're going to rotate so that we're going into a tabletop position. So our knees and our hands shoulder width apart, making sure we have a flat back. And we're going to go into a cat-cow exercise. So we're going to be arching our backs, just like this. Now when our back is going up, we want to make sure that we're tucking our chin and really reaching for the sky. And now let's go down, and let's look up towards the sky. And let's go ahead and do 4 more of these. All right, looking good, everyone. Going back down, looking towards the sky. We're now going to be tucking our chin. All right, 1 more. And done. All right, we're now going to walk our knees back, and we're just going to go into a quick 30-second plank. Now let's go ahead and do these on our elbows. So let's get down on the ground, and these can be done either on your knees or on your toes. Just know that it will be significantly harder if you do it on your toes. So I like to do it on my knees and really focus on training my core. So let's go ahead and hold this for 30 seconds, making sure that you're continuing to breathe. All right, everyone, we're almost there. 20 seconds left. All right, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everyone, we can relax. And we're just going to go onto the ground, roll our back up, go into a quick cobra pose, and then back into tabletop. Now we're going to go into a quick lunge to stretch our hip flexors. So we're going to go up on our knees, and we're going to reach one leg forward. So I'm going to be doing my right leg, and I'm just going to take my hips, and I'm just going to move them forward. I'm really going to be stretching right here along my hip flexor, and we're just going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go ahead and sit back and lean towards our leg, and this will be stretching our hamstring right down here. And we're just going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, and let's switch legs, everyone. All right, same thing as before. We're just going to be reaching forward, making sure that our back is straight. We've got good posture, and we're just going to feel that stretch. And let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, we're just going to rock back, keeping our feet firmly planted on the ground, and we're just going to feel that stretch in our hamstrings. And let's hold that again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everyone. Now let's slowly make our way back to standing. Feel free to shake everything out. We've been working our muscles hard. And we're just going to go ahead and go into some jumping jacks. So we're just going to be jumping. And if jumping jack is going to be too much of a high impact for you, feel free to switch to walking jacks, just like this. So we're still getting our heart rate up, but we're just doing it with less of an impact. All right. Now we're going to keep our legs moving, but we're going to change, and we're going to go into some arm circles. Now let's start big, everyone. Still moving our feet. All right, now let's go ahead and let's make them a bit smaller. And let's do as small as we can. All right, and now let's go backwards, going big backwards. And again, let's go medium. So let's get a little bit smaller. All right, and let's finish strong with some really small circles. And after this, we will be done. So thank you everyone for coming. And I really appreciate you watching my video. And remember, drink some water after this. Thank you, everyone.